Imagine this. You call your sister every single day. You tell her about your job, your disastrous dates, how you burned another cake, and how your boss made a fool of you yet again. The only problem is your sister can't pick up anymore. But you keep calling anyway, because it's the only thing keeping you afloat. This is how one of the most anticipated Netflix romantic films of summer 2026 begins. Premieres on June 19th. And if you think you've seen it all when it comes to rom-coms, this film has every chance to surprise you. Meet Jill, a young woman from San Francisco who dreams of being a pastry chef, works under an absolutely unbearable chef named Bastien, and has recently suffered the most devastating loss of her life, the death of her younger sister, Isabelle. Not just a sister, her best friend, the person she could tell everything to, and Jill keeps telling her. Every day, she dials Isabelle's old number and leaves voice messages. Long, candid, sometimes funny to the point of tears, sometimes just painful. She complains about Bastien, who turns every workday into a mini-apocalypse. She talks about dates that end in catastrophe. She shares the tiny details she used to discuss only with her sister. It's her way of grieving to keep talking, as if the connection wasn't broken. But here begins the part of the story Jill doesn't know. The mobile carrier sold Isabelle's number a long time ago. It now belongs to someone else, Wes, a real estate agent from Austin, Texas. A closed-off guy, a bit weary of life, and clearly not prepared for the fact that every morning his phone would receive the confession of a total stranger from another city. At first, he plans to just text her that the number has changed. But something stops him. Maybe it's her voice. Maybe it's the way she laughs even through her tears. Maybe it's that her messages are the only real, living thing in his rather empty days. So he starts waiting for the next call. And then the next. And one voice message at a time, he falls in love with a person he has never seen. The film consciously plays with nostalgia for the classics. It's a reimagining of You've Got Mail for a generation that communicates via voice notes instead of emails. But underneath the romantic wrapping, there is something more profound. It's a story about how there is no right way to grieve. About how sometimes the most honest version of yourself appears exactly when you think no one is listening. And about how a connection can spark in the most incredible, most illogical moment. Zoe Deutsch plays Jill, and it's perhaps perfect casting. She has the rare ability to be funny and moving at the same time, without tipping too far in either direction. Nick Robinson plays Wes, and his task is harder. For most of the film, his character exists as a listener, someone who reacts rather than acts. That is exactly what makes the moment he decides to find Jill in real life so powerful. When the two finally end up in the same space, they will already have so much in common. She knows him as someone she can tell the truth to. He knows her as the voice he fell in love with before ever seeing her face. And that's where things get interesting, because real life is always more complex than voice messages. There are personal traumas, questions of honesty, and the fear of ruining something that has already become important. This isn't a film about perfect love. It's a film about two people with broken pieces finding each other. Not because the world is so kind, but because both of them were honest enough at the right moment. If you're looking for something that will make you both laugh and cry in an hour and 40 minutes, put this on your list.